It's that time of the year again. The time where I sit down to give you my 2024 crypto predictions. 2023 was a roller coaster ride, but I expect 2024 to be no different, with some major events this year, like the Bitcoin halving, the spot ETFs for Bitcoin, and potentially even Ethereum. What is going to be, in my opinion, the biggest airdrop season in crypto history, and much, much more. It's going to be a year where many new altcoin trends emerge, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing some of those trends, 3 in particular, that I think can outperform this year, as well as a variety of my other crypto predictions where I think Bitcoin's gonna go. Some of my more contrary or shocking opinions that might go slightly against the grain, but the fun of these videos is in a year's time, I'll get to look back on my predictions in January 2024, and we can re-evaluate how I did. On this channel, I'm going to be kicking off 2024 with a bang. Today's video is, of course, the crypto predictions video, but also this week, I have my airdrop farming plan for 2024, which is going to reveal all of the top airdrops that I'm focusing on. And at the end of the week, I'm going to round off the first week of January with a 100x altcoin guide teaching you how to find low cap altcoin crypto gems. This is a strategy that I've implemented in the past and had great success doing so, and I can't wait to share it with you. So if you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe button down below and become part of the family, and make sure you also click that notification bell, because this is going to be a massive, massive week on the channel. I really wanted to kick off 2024 with a bang for you guys. And if you notice, the background's a bit different. I'm actually in Thailand right now on what's supposed to be a holiday, but I just can't stop myself from making videos and writing threads, and the market's just so exciting at the moment. So much is happening. So this is how I choose to spend my holiday. All right, let's start with crypto prediction number 1 for 2024, and this is 2024 will be the biggest year ever for crypto airdrops. If you've been watching the videos on my channel, this prediction should be no surprise to you, considering the fact that we have ZK Sync landing this year, a crypto with a multi-billion-dollar valuation, set to be one of the biggest airdrops in crypto history. We have Layer 0 launching. This could be the biggest airdrop in crypto history. They raised at a 3 bill val. I expect they're going to launch a lot higher than that. This is one that I've been farming for over a year now and been posting guides on my channel. I actually have a new updated guide for the people that feel like maybe they've missed Layer 0 that's going to be coming over the next couple of weeks, so keep your eye out for that. We also have the Wormhole airdrop. They also raised at a $2.5 billion valuation. That's set to be massive. Manta is actually the next one that's going to be launching in just a couple weeks. This is a layer 2 built on Celestia. I think this could be one of the biggest airdrops of the first half of the year. If you want to get involved in this, you do still have a little bit of time. There's another 9 days to bridge over to Manta Pacific to start earning NFTs. The more NFTs you earn, which you can open via their lucky boxes, the higher your airdrop. As the more rare NFTs you collect, the bigger airdrop you're going to receive. So you still have a little bit of time. Of course, it would be more optimal to join this a couple of weeks ago, but if you want to bridge some Ethereum or USDC over, you can join my team using the link in the description to get access, because you will need an access code, and hopefully you can get lucky with some NFTs. There's no guarantees here because they are lucky boxes, so I've seen people deposit 1 ETH and land multiple rare NFTs, which is absolutely amazing. And I've also seen people deposit and receive nothing. So there is a bit of luck involved, but you do still have some time to potentially try your luck if you can just bear with the Ethereum gas fees. And there are also many other airdrops coming this year. I'm going to be posting my full 2024 airdrop guide in just 2 days, so make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss it. It's going to be one of my biggest videos of the year. When I say biggest, I mean most impactful, because I'm going to be revealing some airdrops which I haven't really spoken much about in the past, but I think are absolute diamonds in the rough. So I highly recommend clicking that notification bell so you don't miss that. And this comes off the back of 2023, which was, although quiet at the start of the year, it ended up being an amazing year for airdrops if you were paying attention. The Celestia airdrop, which I shared with my followers on December 1st, 2022, as you can see, over 1 year ago, ended up being one of the biggest airdrops of the year, airdropping what was over $10,000 to many airdrop farmers. I was a lucky recipient of that airdrop. I'm still holding a large amount of my bag and actually staking it, because I'm really bullish on the Celestia ecosystem. And if you stake it on the Kepler wallet, you can get access to airdrops. There's a link in the description to my Cosmos airdrop guide. And also Jito was a massive airdrop of 2023. If you also follow my guide that I posted on Twitter regarding that, you would have received a nice payday. One of my followers, as you can see in front of you, actually made $17,985 from following my airdrop guides. So it was in the end an absolutely amazing year for airdrop farmers, but it's only just the beginning. 2024 is set to be even bigger and even better in my opinion. Before we get on to the rest of the video, which is going to reveal some of my top altcoin sectors for 2024, as well as a contrarian opinion that I have on the market in 2024, I want to remind you that if you want to sign up for BitGet, now would be an amazing time because they're running a special holiday season promotion whereby if you sign up using the link in the description, you can get access to a welcome pack of $1,000 just for completing basic sign up tasks on the exchange, as you can see below. And they also have a fortune wheel where you can actually spin the wheel in order to earn coins or USDT. So this can be a bit of fun for those that want to try their luck by spinning the wheel. To get access, all you need to do is click on the link in the description, sign up for a BitGet account, and then you complete your task to receive rewards. Pretty much all the altcoins I'm going to be speaking about in today's video are listed on BitGet, so it's great to have an exchange where you can get access to the new listings in the crypto market. BitGet does offer that, which is amazing because you need to have your finger on the pulse when it comes to crypto. Let's get on to prediction number 2 for 2024. This one is Ethereum will make a comeback versus Bitcoin. Now, a year ago, this wasn't really a contrarian opinion. Pretty much everyone was on the ETH bandwagon. Everyone was saying ETH and L2s are the future. The L1 thesis is dead. What's actually happened is we've seen a revival of the L1 narrative. Everyone's saying, well, the L1 thesis is back. Ethereum can't scale. We prefer chains like Injective, Celestia, Solana. And ETH has really been dragged through the mud when it comes to Twitter sentiment. If you've been on Twitter, everyone's quite bearish ETH, talking badly about ETH. But there's a couple major things for Ethereum that you have to take note of this year. They've got the potential spot ETF approval. If Bitcoin gets approved, by the time you're watching this video, it may already be approved. Then there's a strong likelihood that Ethereum could be approved later in the year. We already saw some of the big names that signed up for the Bitcoin spot ETF already lodged their applications for Ethereum. For example, BlackRock, who filed their application back in November. The deadline was pushed back to March, following a similar playbook to what the SEC has been doing with the Bitcoin spot ETF, delaying and delaying and delaying. But of course, there is an end date in sight in 2024, and if the Ethereum ETF gets approved, I think that could be amazing for the adoption, especially institutionally, for Ethereum as an asset, similarly to Bitcoin in terms of the liquidity flow that it can offer the Ethereum market. The other major event for Ethereum in 2024 is the Den Kun upgrade, which is essentially the EIP 4844 upgrade to reduce gas fees on rollups or L2s by an order of magnitude. This will make layer 2s a lot cheaper to use, a lot more competitive versus other more recently popular chains like Solana, which overall is going to be amazing for Ethereum ecosystem adoption. So although maybe it's a contrarian bet for some reason in 2024, I'm still bullish on ETH, and I think at some point we do see the tables turn on ETH BTC despite it bleeding for the majority of the year. A couple technical levels I'm looking out for is the break of this diagonal trend. You can see we've been in a downtrend setting in lower high after lower high for basically the entire year. This is the trend I'm watching to see if Ethereum can break. If it can break above in confluence with a break of this major horizontal resistance level at the 5.5 level, that would be a great sign to me that Ethereum is reversing. So there are some technicals we can use as well in parallel with the narrative-based stuff to get a substantive trade here when it comes to Ethereum. Keep your eye out. It's not what I'm fading in 2024. Prediction number 3, this is a quick one, an obvious one, but one I wanted to bring to your attention today because it hasn't really been in the news lately, and that is the fact that regulatory pressure is likely to continue in 2024. This is not really such a bad thing because we do need regulation in crypto, but I just want to remind you there are still a few pending court cases to go. There's a bit of stuff to clean up when it comes to the Ripple case. We still do have the lawsuits against Coinbase and Kraken, which still need to be resolved in the courts. We also have the Commodities Futures Trading Commission playing an ever-increasing role in the cryptocurrency regulatory landscape. The agency is set to be quite active this year, so that's something to keep your eye on. And we also have the MiCA European crypto regulation starting to come into force in 2024, as well as a bunch of CBDC stuff happening. So a lot of regulatory and legislative stuff that was put on the back burner in 2023, expect that to crop up again this year. Could end up resulting in some FUD for the crypto market, but that also could be a good opportunity to accumulate if that is the case. But something to keep your eye out and just be aware of in 2024. And leading on from that point, prediction number 4, and this is a slightly contrarian one, is that Bitcoin will drop 20% this year, probably in the first half of the year. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be the total year-to-date performance because I'm still relatively bullish on crypto as an asset class in 2024 in terms of its overall trajectory, although I do believe at some point during the year, Bitcoin will experience a severe correction. Recently, we've been up only. It's been very euphoric, been very bullish. I expect that to continue for the short term. However, I do expect at some point Bitcoin to have a severe correction. And if I had to guess what period of the year this will happen in, I'm thinking either Q1 or Q2. Looks maybe more likely to be Q2 around the halving, but it's just something to be aware of. And this is something that's very normal for the market. In 2020 of the pre-halving year, we saw 2 major Bitcoin corrections. Even in 2021, which was the halving year, like 2024, we did see a major Bitcoin correction from the wick to the bottom of the trough. That was a 32% drawdown. This is very normal for Bitcoin in bull runs and uptrends to have big corrections. These will test your conviction. These are the times where you're going to think, oh, was that the top? Is the bull market top in? Should we be panicking? Should we be selling? You're going to get a lot of forced sellers, a lot of forced liquidations. But these are actually the best times to load up your bull market portfolio. And these are the best times to take advantage because opportunities in a market like this are few and far between. So these big dips are really your opportunities to accumulate against general market sentiment. So do look out for these scares in 2024. They are going to happen. 20% may even be on the low side. It could be as high as 30%. So just keep your eye on this. Doesn't mean you should be bearish. It just means have some dry powder aside. I always recommend this. So when there are major dips, you can scoop up coins on your watch list. By the way, you should always be building your altcoin trading view watch list, so you can do it on CoinGecko or another website or even Excel, but as long as you have it, so you know exactly what you want to buy when the market dips. The worst thing to do is go into a bull market without a plan, without knowing the coins that you're targeting. Otherwise, you're just going to end up getting wrecked and scrambling and FOMOing and maybe even panic selling when the time comes. Okay, crypto prediction number 5 is crypto gaming sees its first blockbuster game in 2024. Since 2019, $19 billion of funding has entered the Web3 gaming market. That is an astonishing amount of funding. Just think about that. $19 billion of fresh capital has gone into building the Web3 crypto gaming ecosystem. And just this year alone, 2023, which started off in an uptrend, but generally pretty quiet and had a very quiet period during Q3, around the July to August region, had $1.5 billion of funding. That's a whole lot of funding for a year which maybe was inconsequential to some, at least, the first part of the year before Q4. A lot of money's gone into crypto gaming. It's now finally time we do see the fruits. It's now finally time that I think we start to see the fruits of all this investment, and there are a few worthy candidates this year. Shrapnel looks like an amazing game which could genuinely get real adoption. It's a shooter. It looks fantastic. The graphics are great. This is a game that I think is primed for mass adoption. Illuvium as well. It looks absolutely stunning if you've seen the visuals. They've been working on it for years. It has a lot of backing. This is one that I'm looking out for. And then there are some newer games which haven't even launched their tokens onto the market yet, like Bloodloop, which will only be accessible via the IDO on Cedarfy, that I think looks absolutely amazing. They're a hero shooter game built on the Unreal Engine 5. And then you have Aether Games. They also don't have a token yet, but they're a card game and it looks absolutely fantastic. It's kind of like Magic the Gathering. It's got those nostalgic vibes. These are the kind of games that can actually go viral because people want to play them. And it's an amazing ecosystem that has lots of licenses, and one that I'm watching and excited for as well. So those are a couple that I'm watching out for. Of course, there are many more crypto games. One thing that I'm currently doing to get exposure to crypto gaming in 2024 is staking S-Fund on Cedarfy. I have a nice bag of Cedarfy staked on the platform because I want to get access to these IDOs. For example, Bloodloop is a game that's going to be launching on Cedarfy exclusively, and you can see in front of you many other games which are launching on Cedarfy as well. So it's basically a launch pad. The more Cedarfy you stake, the bigger your allocation into the pools, which allows you to grab a larger piece of the pie when it comes to investing in these games. And the average return in the last bull run for launches on Cedarfy was a 44x from investment, a 44x. It's absolutely crazy. And if the bull market continues, crypto gaming, I think, will be one of the strongest performers, and thus some of the new launches that we see in crypto gaming are also going to absolutely melt faces. So that's one reason why I'm staking Cedarfy. Also want to thank Cedarfy for being an official partner of the channel. You can check them out and stake using the link in the description below. Let's move on now to prediction number 6, which is the AI sector will continue to grow and be home to some of the strongest performers and biggest token launches. I have a bit of a mantra in 2024. Invest in projects that retail can easily understand and wrap their head around. A few sectors come to mind when it comes to this: crypto gaming, AI, and meme coins. You really don't need to overcomplicate the market too much. Oftentimes, the people that left curve the market end up outperforming the people that try and overcomplicate it. When retail comes into the market, they want to buy things they understand. They understand gaming, they understand meme coins, and AI also fits the bill because it's a hot narrative that people believe in, or at least think is an interesting vertical. If you go down the street and ask any random person, do you think artificial intelligence is going to be a big part of our lives in 10 years? They're all going to say yes. Everyone intrinsically believes in it, and thus people will want to speculate on it. Crypto gives you the vehicle, because it's very liquid, to be able to speculate on these narratives. So invest in narratives with a strong retail mindshare. That is why I think AI will be one of the strongest performing sectors. There aren't a whole lot of tokens available right now. I do like Tau. I like Echelon Primal. That's more of a gaming protocol, technically not AI. There are some interesting things happening across Render, Akash. These are your more infrastructure-based plays. But I also expect a lot of amazing new AI projects going to start launching. I'll be doing a video guide or a thread guide soon on some of the upcoming launches of 2024 that I'm looking out for, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that, because I will always aim to keep you in the loop. That's my whole ethos of this channel. I want to help you be successful in the market. That's why I'm going to be giving you all these opportunities, coins I'm looking at in the future, etc. Gave you a couple unreleased games today. Got to always drip feed you guys these unreleased projects, because that is how you can actually make big money in crypto as well, getting access to IDOs or simply new projects on launch in the early stages before they develop into behemoths. It's happened time and time again in the crypto market. You just need to know what sectors to invest in. Another sector that really interests me in 2024, and to be honest has grown on me for the past couple years, is the Cosmos ecosystem. I was pretty skeptical on Cosmos in 2021. 2022, I started warming to it. I mean, I was involved with a few coins in the ecosystem, Kujira, etc. Got a feel for it. I mean, Luna even was built on top of Cosmos. It started to grow in dominance, though. Started to really catch my attention, and 2023 was the year where I finally really understood the Cosmos thesis. And that came off the back of me seeing such active development in the ecosystem, which has resulted in some of the biggest crypto launches in 2023. And some of the biggest protocols in crypto are now on Cosmos. You've got Injective, of course, DYDX is launching a chain using Cosmos IBC. You've got Celestia, Thorchain leverages Cosmos's technology, of course, Osmosis, Kujira, and also many upcoming launches as well. So I'm very bullish on the Cosmos thesis. I think especially with the difficulties of Ethereum and the lack of composability, there is a serious need in the market for a technology like Cosmos, and I do expect the TVL and the amount of users to increase on Cosmos relative to other chains in 2024. Now, how can you actually maximize this? I think the number one way right now is actually just through crypto airdrops. So what I'm currently doing is I'm staking Cosmos, I'm staking Celestia, I'm staking Injective, and a couple other Cosmos ecosystem tokens on their respective validators on the Kepler wallet, and that is the way I'm getting exposure to these new Cosmos drops. I got a bag of Celestia via an airdrop. I missed Osmosis, unfortunately, because that was the year prior. I did get a little bit of say, and next year I do expect the airdrops to be even bigger as a lot of these new protocols start launching in the Cosmos ecosystem. So I won't bore you too much today with it, but if you do want to spend some time focusing on that side of things, I will link a video in the description. You can see it in front of you. It's my ultimate Cosmos airdrop guide, which will run you through step-by-step how to do so. The TLDR is there are two types of staking: the Atom staking, where you need the Atom token, or the ecosystem chain staking, like Injective, like Osmosis, like Kujira. you'll need to buy these tokens on an exchange like BitGet. I'll use Atom for an example now. So you would sign up for a BitGet account using the link in the description, claim that $1,000 welcome package. Then you would go and on-ramp funds. You can actually get a 50% rebate back if you're lucky on BitGet, which is pretty crazy as one of their active promotions. Then you can go onto the trade section of the website, search up Atom, purchase some Atom, bridge that over across to your Kepler wallet, which you'll need to create. Then click on the Cosmos Hub and stake in a validator outside the top 20, and you can start getting access to airdrops. That's a very, very quick way to explain it, but as I said, if you want the more in-depth version, there's a link in the description below. And then if you click on chains, you can repeat this process for any of the Cosmos ecosystem coins. Celestia is one that I'm staking. I'm also staking Injective as well, alongside Kujira and a couple others. So that's basically the TLDR on Cosmos staking. I still believe it's relatively underrated compared to other airdrop ecosystems. I've got 3 more predictions for you in today's video. Number 8 reflects 2 of the trends that I think will be at the forefront in terms of narrative growth in 2024. That is modularity and parallelization. These are 2 narratives which I'm extremely bullish on. On the parallelization side, as you can see, Hasib from Dragonfly Capital said he's extremely bullish on that as a vertical. There are a couple projects I'm watching. Eclipse is one. They're powered by the Solana virtual machine, which does have parallelization built in. So this is one that I'm watching underneath that narrative that's launching sometime in 2024. Pretty excited for that one. Say Network is a token that I'm also a fan of. I've been talking about this at 10, 20, and recently 30 cents. And now it's at 76 cents, but it's still one that I'm holding and relatively bullish on that leverages this as well. I'm also expecting more launches in this sector to come this year. And then on the modularity front, of course, you have Celestia. Then you have layer 2s building on Celestia like Manta, reminding you the link in the description gives you access to their airdrop if you bridge Ethereum or USDC over to the chain to start earning NFTs. And I do believe there will also be some more modular blockchain starting to launch in 2024. Celestia was the first and they have the head start. That's why I'm so bullish on it as an ecosystem, and I'm actively airdrop farming there because they do have the head start and first mover advantage is important in crypto, but there will be more sort of modular approaches coming to the market. Fuel Labs comes to mind as another protocol that's leveraging this thesis as well, and it's an angle that I'm pretty bullish on. Bitcoin ordinals, not too much to say here, but I do think they'll be top performers as well in 2024. It's a relatively nascent sector, but it's one that I think has extreme upside as people really value having native assets or inscriptions on chain on Bitcoin, which is the most decentralized and trusted crypto network. And for my last prediction, I do believe that DEX volumes will increase versus their centralized counterparts. You can already see this establishing itself as a trend in 2023, although it did start to dip as the trading started to ramp up in Q4. Centralized exchanges came back into the forefront, but I do think a combination of regulation, a combination of the need for sovereignty in crypto alongside better UIs and UXs and liquidity for decentralized exchanges will result in increased trading volume. And that's actually why DEXs comprise a decent part of my portfolio for 2024. I'll be doing that as a specific standalone video in the future, but DEXs are certainly something that I am keeping my eye on to eat some of the market share of centralized exchanges in 2024. So now that I've given you my top 10 predictions for 2024, now it's time for you to comment one prediction that you have for the year below. It can be a basic observation or a target for Bitcoin. Let's say you think Bitcoin's going to hit 60, 70K, or it could be a contrarian prediction. If you think something's going to happen that not many other people are thinking about, I would love to hear it in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys and your opinions, and I'll be responding to as many comments as possible because I find this stuff super, super interesting. Thank you so much for supporting me and the channel. It's a big, big week on the channel, so looking forward to releasing those videos later in the week. And also there's a link in the description to all of the resources that I've mentioned throughout the video for you to check out now. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.